I'm Collin Cahill, the host here at That's a Wrap. And before you trust me with the next 20 or so minutes of your time, first, I'd like you to get to know a little bit more about me. I'm a sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, in the business school here. I own a Spider-Man suit. I was my high school's mascot, and believe it or not, I can actually solve a Rubik's Cube. Just give me a few more seconds. Pretty cool, right? Not as cool as this. Roll the intro.
The official start of the fall season was on September 23rd, but here in Indiana, we haven't felt it quite yet. That's why this week we're going to prepare you for all the fall sweaters, crafts, and foods you might experience this season. To do that, I'm going to need some help from a good friend of mine, Chuck Levine.
Let's get our fall on.
It's that time of year, when the leaves change color, the temperatures drop, and I finally have a sense of style.
Not really, but at least there's one more thing to wear because it's finally time for...
Sweater weather.
In this segment, we are going to determine whether or not these sweaters are fall-worthy. Here's the first one right over here. Now, we have a relatively plain-looking sweater. What do you think about this, Chuck?
I like the color. I'm wearing a little bit of brown here. It's a darker shade of brown. I like the subtlety of the stripe overall. Solid 6 out of 10.
All right, see, I disagree with you here.
Okay.
Because I think this is not really a fall sweater as opposed to an all year round when it's slightly cold. Like, if you want to...
So, like, when fall temperatures?
Oh, no, but also, like, near the beginning of spring. And I feel like this can also work, because if it's, like, a very dark and dreary day.
Like at the end of fall.
You know what? Fine. 6 out of 10.
All right.
You win. All right, we're going to get the next one. Now, this isn't exactly a sweater, but it's too much of a fall staple that we actually have to mention it.
Oh, absolutely. I love the pattern. It's a pretty classic, common pattern, but, good colors. Honestly, I think you should put it on.
Yeah, I'm really liking it.
Fall up.
Oh, that just feels right. Oh.
Doesn't it?
Oh, it's a lot better, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm really, really getting into that fall season now.
Absolutely.
Although it is popping up behind the chair now.
Well, you fixed it.
Oh, yeah. Now we have another sweater right here. Ooh.
This is a very Wilson-esque sweater. I'm a big fan. A lot of patterns. It's a heavier knit, so you don't have to wear as many layers with this one.
But I love layering, so I feel like this sweater is definitely not for me because of that. However, I can see the appeal because of the thickness.
Yeah, I think definitely it's a winter layering sweatshirt rather than a fall layering sweatshirt. Or sweater, not sweatshirt. And you know what? I think actually I'm going to put this one on.
Okay, let's see.
So we'll see how this goes.
I think it should match well with the flannel because, you have like the little brown accents and, the color of his flannel. I think it's going to go a lot better than what most people would think instinctively when they see this sweater.
Yep. It's great, I think.
I'm actually really digging that combo.
Yep.
You're looking good, man.
Works well. I won't sweat at all. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Now we're going to pull in one last sweater. And,
that?
Would you say this is a fall sweater?
That is atrocious. That is the opposite of fall. It is most distinctly not fall. It is, in fact, a winter. And you know what? I don't like that. That's against my religion. Not a huge fan. Honestly, the bells are a touch that I could do without. The whole redness of it, and it's not brown or orange or like any kind of dark anything. Like if this was maroon, it would have a slight fall tinge to it. But it's really just like not fall at all.
I think the main issue I have with it are the two strings that are used to hang it up, because this makes it look like an undershirt almost, like it's gonna just hang off your shoulders, and it's a really interesting thing, especially because This is definitely the strings. If you were to wear them like that, if you have small enough arms, like me,
right.
You could very much wear
It
this.
doesn't work out.
Yeah, I honestly have no muscle density whatsoever.
It's okay.
And
I'll make up for it.
thank you. It means a lot.
No problem.
But yeah, I feel like you could wear this essentially at no time of the year whatsoever, because I don't even think it fits Christmas.
All right. Well, since I'm a Jew and he hates it, we're getting it out of here.
Now that we are all cozy, it's time to partake in some of the fall fun. Fall is the time for DIY crafts, and this week Chuck and I are going to attempt to do one of our own in our new segment, Let's Get Crafty. This week's craft is to construct and decorate a pumpkin out of construction paper. How do you feel about this, Chuck?
Well, I struggle with everything in the field of art, so we'll see how this goes.
Well, at least it should be some fun for everyone at home to watch.
I doubt it, but I hope so.
All right, so we're going to start out each with a piece of orange construction paper.
Alrighty.
And do you want safety scissors or do you want the pointed ones?
Oh, I'll take the safety scissors. I don't trust myself.
I was going to say, because you're not going to be able to do crafts properly if you're going to injure yourself. So
That's true.
Let's see. We also have some crayons here, which is going to be very nice.
We love crayons.
Because I feel that we can actually get a nice outline for where we want to cut, because just like you, I'm not very good when it comes to anything artistic.
I'm glad we chose the right people for this.
Oh yeah, it's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to choose just this nice, I think it's navy blue. I thought it was purple, but it is an old crayon, so it's going to be roughly anything we need it to be right now.
Yep. I went with denim, which I also thought was purple, but is apparently not.
Denim is actually perfect for fall, so that works really well.
Very true.
All right, so we're going to start out drawing out our outlines for the pumpkin.
Are we just making them bumpy and stuff?
If you'd like, it's a pumpkin. It's your pumpkin.
This is true.
Make your pumpkin however you want it to be. So I will say I am going to struggle here quite a bit because, one, I can't draw a normal shape properly. And
I was going to say, I struggle with triangles, so we'll see how this ends out. But, you know, you did say it's our pumpkins, so it doesn't have to be
that's fair.
Anything specific.
Yeah. It could be a pumpkin from our fantasy land because, let's be honest, it's not going to look like a real pumpkin. I've already messed up, and this is going to look just wonderful.
Mine kind of looks like a teddy bear on accident.
Mine looks like the head of a small child. So,
well,
you know, to each their own.
I was going to say, is that formed correctly?
That does look like a teddy bear, actually. Wow.
Teddy bear pumpkins, everybody. They're real.
And I feel ashamed that mine is simply this small circle.
Teddy bear pumpkins.
Teddy bear pumpkins, honestly, I think should be the new style. What do you think?
I mean, clearly. So what's next?
Now we're actually going to cut it out.
Okay.
Cut around to your outline.
So it's not a 3D pumpkin then?
I mean, if you want to attempt that, you're welcome to.
Not for me.
Honestly, I feel like that's the way to go, though. Because if you can't make a 3D pumpkin, then where are you going to put this pumpkin? I say this knowing full well that last year we did make pumpkins and put them on our doors.
Yeah, and they rotted really fast. Made our hall smell great for about a day. And didn't some people's get stolen?
I believe precisely 3 in our hall got stolen. And if you're on the 4th floor of Irvington, I'd watch out. That pumpkin thief might still be out there.
You never know. You know, what I heard is that people stole our pumpkins and threw them out the window just to see them splat.
That would make sense. I mean, once you figure out how to open the window, it's relatively easy just to steal a pumpkin and throw it.
True.
Should I round these corners? What do you think?
Well, mine went from kind of looking like a teddy bear to it's not as much.
That's an owl.
Yeah, it's not a teddy bear anymore. But I tried. I'm going to round corners. I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Pumpkins aren't generally sharp, so...
I mean, depending on what part of the pumpkin, possibly the stem can be quite a bit sharper.
Well, okay, fair enough.
All right, so you have my perfectly formed, malformed pumpkin. And
this was a teddy bear, and now it's not.
Should we do with the stem, or do you want to draw out the face first?
I thought we were going to put a stem on first.
Okay, so that means we are going to need the green construction paper.
Well, isn't it a good idea we had it?
It's a very good idea.
You can go first.
Okay, so I was going to go really intense, so do you want me to cut in half?
Oh, sure. That is even better.
Okay.
Are you just going to use 1/2 as your stem?
Yes.
Just all of the C's of a thick pumpkin stem.
It's essentially just going to be the thickest pumpkin stick around. I'm saying, like, thick with at least 5 to 7 C's.
The thick pumpkin stem.
Honestly, just look at that beauty. Look at that beauty.
So, getting on to making it an actual stem.
Let's see if I can somehow make this.
Gonna do some speed cutting here.
Speed cutting, honestly, I feel is going to benefit us because if we don't have to look at it as much,
Exactly.
I feel like
the less time we have to make it look good, the better it'll look.
That's very fair.
We think we know how to do art, so we try to do things real specifically, and it just makes it so much worse.
Exactly. So, do you have your tape?
I do.
All right,
I don't have my tape. I have my stem.
Oh, okay. Here's some tape for you to use.
Thank you.
We're going to place...
We going front or back?
I'm placing it in the back.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then,
Actually, I'm going to make this the back.
I think I'm going to add a little face to it. And let's see what I can do. I think I'm going to make it a really realistic face here.
Okay.
And so...
Define realistic on pumpkins.
I think this is the most realistic face I can go.
Oh, well,
you
this
can,
says, ooh, shadow. How perfect for pumpkins.
So I think you can finish it, and we'll do a reveal at the same time for what our pumpkins are finally looking like.
All right. Just give me a second here. Gotta go anime eyes, because they're the only ones I know how to draw.
I mean, makes sense. They're some of the best eyes to really put on a pumpkin, because they really capture the essence of the holiday. Really over-exaggerated and fun, as well as just really cool to look at.
Kind of evil when it comes to anime eyes, but it's okay.
Well, I think it's turning out better than mine. Because that actually looks kind of cool. I would be proud to have his pumpkin decorate my hallway and then get stolen precisely 2 days after I purchase and carve it.
All right, just give me a few seconds here.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Here we are.
Here it is.
Here are our pumpkins. You know, I really do appreciate the anime eyes on yours.
Thank you. I think yours is pretty applicable to every college kid, and I'll be honest, looks more like a pumpkin.
Thank you. It looks kind of like an orange apple in my opinion. But,
that's valid.
You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Thanks for joining us this week. Special thanks to our guest, Chuck Levine, who was a great help this evening. And how prepared do you feel for the fall season now?
I can say I feel very prepared and can't wait to try out my new sweater that I actually took off because I got a little hot.
Well, make sure to follow us on our socials at That's a Wrap Show on Instagram and Twitter to keep up to date and to have a chance to be on the next show. Until next time, that's a wrap. Thank you again for tuning in to That's a Wrap. Please, a reminder to follow us on all of our socials at That's a Wrap Show on Instagram and Twitter. If you'd like to check out any of our other episodes, there will be a link right here, as well as please subscribe, right here. And you know what? If you don't, then... No, not worth it. Okay. Can I get some help? Come on.